I think I would have lost my damn mind if she wasn't there.
My name is Dia Frampton. I'm 31 years old, and I am an actress and a singer-songwriter.
My name is Khalif. I'm 31, and I am an actor.
A relationship?
We're in a relationship, yeah. We're in a relationship. Going
4
on
years?
5 years. We were at Busby's. It was super packed. And like the Red Sea, I look towards the bar and I see Dia amongst the crowd, and she was double fisting with alcohol.
I was pretty drunk. I was with my friend Yori, and I just leaned over to her and said, "That guy's really hot." He had really big hair at that time, and I grabbed one of his curls and I kind of pulled on it. And then he turned around, and I think I just said, "Hey." And I think I went away. I got scared and I ran away.
You said you have really cool hair.
Oh, did I?
Yeah.
I said, "Hey," and then I went away.
I remember you said you have cool hair, and you probably hear that a lot. I'm like, yeah.
We went on a walk around the Silver Lake Reservoir for our first date. We stopped at Ellie Mill and we got some coffee. And we talked a lot about our families and our past. And he told me so much about his family that I actually went and wrote a song about it.
She immediately made me feel very comfortable in sharing things that I struggle with my family, to the point where she actually made a song about it. But it was a really beautiful song, and it made me rethink my whole situation. It was almost like therapy, and like someone who really understood me.
He paid for my drink, which made me really happy.
I don't remember.
You did.
Oh, okay, cool.
Because I'm not gonna lie, I'm a bit old school. I'm from Utah, and that's just how I was raised, I guess.
So if I didn't pay for it, you would have been like...
It would have been a little bit of a little for me.
Ding.
It just kind of, all these little things piled up. All of a sudden, it just felt like love. It just happened.
Yeah, she was performing with her band, and by this time I was already getting to know her and how freaked out she gets before she performs. And just to know the courage and the bravery to go up there and to really be vulnerable with the audience through your ability to express already. You made me find my voice more as an artist.
It just seemed to be this thing that built up until it was just there.
Mm-hmm. It wasn't when I like played basketball, I made like a three-pointer.
No.
And you're like, that's so hot.
Nope.
No, it wasn't. All right.
He feels uncomfortable with intimacy. I almost feel like he didn't see it a lot growing up, maybe. I've been kind of taking the reins with that and just being very vocal about, hey, touch me or kiss me with, sometimes I'm like, kiss me with your tongue.
She used to be really negative in terms of the competition, and negative, like, if I didn't get this thing or that thing, it's because of me and my ability.
Just kind of confronting your own intimacy and being open about that, more vulnerable, because I don't think you saw that a lot growing up. And
Yeah. Not seeing your own worth. That was my main thing. Just your own worth and how much you mean to a lot of people, me. And
Thank you.
Yeah, and you don't give yourself enough respect.
Yeah, there's always a lot going on. Trying to keep up with everything. I always feel like time's running out, I guess. As a female musician, I get scared that I'm getting too old to, barely be making rent. And I always am trying to stay positive, I guess. And I put you through a lot.
I put you through a lot too. The intimacy, that's something I've learned with Dia. I didn't really see much of it growing up.
Yeah.
Like my mom is deaf, very limited language. She has a tough time expressing herself to me and my father, very stoic from that generation, and they weren't really intimate with each other. So I didn't realize how much that influenced me.
But I think the good thing about you, though, is you're really open to working on things.
Which is you're the first person to help recognize that or not be afraid to be like, you're like this. My biggest vulnerability moment was when my dad had a stroke. You know, my sister texted me and told me that Dad's in the hospital and it's pretty serious. And we were actually on our way to Palm Springs when I got the phone call, and I told her that we had to make a U-turn, and just a lot of stuff in the closet that I wanted to bring out from my own father. And I think I would have lost my dad mind if she wasn't there. And I'm just so torn between like yelling at my dad and crying for my dad. And she's like, you know, stroking my back and calming me down.
I had a little tour on the East Coast, and he flew out. And there weren't a lot of people that came to the show. It was very, very empty. It was a very empty room. It was in Pennsylvania. And I actually started crying on stage because I felt almost embarrassed that the room was so empty. He kind of saw me like trying to hold it together. I was trying to manage all my friends who were the musicians and make sure they were happy and pay them and get them settled and then play shows and then also drive us to the next city.
But you did all that on your own in the East Coast. Like, that's so amazing. You know?
Thank you.
Yeah.
I remember we were driving to a birthday party in Palm Springs, and all of a sudden he got a phone call, and we just turned around, started going towards Long Beach. I remember just telling him that if anything happened to his dad, that I would be there with him to take care of his mom. I'm lucky I have a very large family. I have 5 sisters, and when things go down, we all kind of come in and come together, and he doesn't have that. And that's another thing that I told him, is that my family loves him, and he has 5 sisters too now, and they all love him, and just kind of reminding him that he's not dealing with this alone. It's weird because I want to be with him forever, but the M word is just really, it makes me feel like a kid, but it makes me really scared. We went on a break for about 6 months, and during that time away, I realized that I could not live without him, and that whatever our future would be, it would have to be with him. And it wasn't this kind of romantic revelation, it was just fact. I just knew that it was with Khalif.
And I always think about this for some reason. I always think about us on like a nice little modern chic house with these great couches and a fireplace, and I could see the pool and the car outside, and we're just hanging out like we do now.
I just always feel like all marriages are gonna fail. And when my friends get married, I just secretly am like, there goes another one, oh God. Instead of celebrating love, I just feel like they're in for it now.
It's terrifying. I mean, but I definitely think about it sometimes. Like, I wanted something different from what I knew from like my parents. Like, I wanted to get it right, just be honest and true as much as I can, and you're my person. I feel a little smaller when I leave you. Because I feel very confident, very loved, very supported.
You keep me always looking on the bright side of things and in the present, and grateful for what I do have. Warm.
Radiant. Home.
I guess I would say home too. I was gonna say comfort, but that's kind of like home.
Good job,
We
babe.
made it
We
through.
made it through the questionnaire. And Willy Wonka's microwave.
What? No, you're scared of the unknown.
I
You don't wanna be alone. No,
I
we
don't
always
wanna
come
be
and
alone.
go. But it's out of my control. Then you're left in the dust. And this is stuck by you. You're the sunflower. I think your love would be too much. Then I'll be left in the dust. Unless it's stuck by you. You the sunflower. You the sunflower. Eh, eh.